Every week is championship week for this group. That's what today will be. KB, let's go.
Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes as the Eagles won the toss. They have deferred, and here we go. NFC Championship underway. And the Commanders will take it on out. McCaffrey drops it, has to go back and get it. And he will do just that and recover. And so right away, we will see Jaden Daniels on first down. Pressure coming. Daniels in trouble, and he is dropped. Going to actually picking up about a yard actually on the play, but Nolan Smith, who's been terrific this postseason, got home. Four-man rush. Daniels, quick throw near side, is caught by Zach Ertz, the former Eagle, and he's tripped up immediately by Darius Slay.
With Mitchell right on his back.
Daniels going quick. Throwing, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Tried to get it to Eckler. There's Milton Williams, who knocked it down.
Performance of the season today.
Has some time. Zips it near side, and that ball is caught short gain as Bates gets smoked by Gardner Johnson that time. A lot of good stories on their defense, Tom. None better than Zach Baun, who basically was a special teams player with the Saints and comes here and is all-pro and is a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year, number 53.
Yeah, one of the great pickups that Howie Roseman made in the offseason. I don't think anyone could have realized what he was capable of except for maybe himself. I think he's even surprised himself in his ability to play that middle linebacker position.
Daniels zips one in there, incomplete. Ertz had a hand on it, couldn't bring it down, and so it's another third down. Pressure. Daniels in trouble. Floats one deep down the field for Eckler. It is knocked away. Cooper DeJean was down there to make the play, and it's fourth down. Give to Robinson, right side, and chugging forward will be a third down and short. Third and short. Another quick throw outside. Zacchaeus incomplete. Mitchell was there on coverage. Good to see him back. He hurt his shoulder last week. And another fourth down. Let's see if they go again. Eckler. Kind of working his way for a tough yard or two from Milton Williams, who blew that play up. Second down here. They do send some pressure. Near side throw. Low catch Crowder. And they say no. He did not make the catch. And it's third and long. Which seemed to bode well for him and the Eagles. We'll keep our eye on it as they'll finally get it here after that 7-minute drive. There's Will Shipley on the kick return. And Shipley, nice little move. Shipley out across the 40. That's a good return for the rookie from Clemson. 36 yards give the Eagles a little burst, and we'll see their offense and some pushing and shoving here, as you would expect with division rivals who have met 180 previous times, right?
There's a lot on the line here today. Get that emotional energy flowing a little bit.
So Hurts is in there. We'll watch the left knee, even though he's taken the brace off. And everyone's talking about, wow, their passing game has to do more. Well, part of it is because Saquon Barkley is rushing for 200 yards a game. But what do you want to see from him today?
Yeah, he's at his career-high passing rate this season. But today there's two things, KB. I want to see no turnovers from him. And I want to see him play in rhythm in the pass game. I don't want him to hold the ball too long back there in the pocket like he did last week.
It took 7 sacks in that game last week. Here's Barkley, a little shovel, looking for an edge, gets it. Saquon Barkley, first down. Barkley, oh! Saquon, touchdown.
I feel like I've watched this every single week, watching him play. Simple, they run, they fake the jet sweep and run a toss crack, and Saquon in space, 13 yards downfield. Chin can't get him on the ground. Martin can't get him on the ground. Nobody gets Saquon on the ground again.
Extra point by Elliott is up, and it is good. How about that start? First play for Philly. Saquon Barkley, 7th scrimmage touchdown over 60 yards this year to the house. And Dan Quinn can't believe it. 7-3 Eagles.
That's all you can draw up is free middle linebacker get to the ball, and they just can't make the play.
Here's McCaffrey on the return for Washington. Bounces off its own man of the 25 and then stops short there of the 30. Jalix Hunt. How about this? Washington takes 7 minutes to put 3 on the board. Philadelphia took 18 seconds. Commanders go 2 backs. They do this a lot. Here's Austin Eckler, who gets out across the 30 for his tackle there by Oren Burks.
A lot more plays here. They can just run some basic execution.
De'Ami Brown with his speed on the cross. Brown runs into DeJean. Ball is out. Eagles recover. Reed Blankenship came up with it for Philadelphia.
Unbelievable by Bond with the peanut punch with DeJean on the assist. Knocking it out of his arms right there. Oh, the hand. No, it feels a bit hit on the back of the hand, but it does cause a turnover. What a play by Bond.
Championship presented by Intuit TurboTax here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Washington on the opening drive went all the way down the field. Long drive, got a field goal, but then Saquon Barkley 60 yards for score and then forcing a fumble. They get it back in Washington territory. And he's been great lately too in this postseason. It hurts on the roll. Completion there to Goddard underneath. Dallas Goddard puts the head down and right around the marker. Should have it. See if they mark that a first down for Goddard's had a nice postseason for him.
Jalen Hurts sticks the ball in the back's belly, little boot to the right, wide open receivers. A lot of things to defend post-snap by both these offenses.
Here's Hurts standing in lofty one. Devontae Smith, does he keep the feet in bounds? He does. Oh, footwork from Devontae Smith inside the 20.
This guy's a stud. Those receivers, they just haven't always been on the same page between Hurts and his 2 receivers, Smith and Brown.
Rolling out again, throwing far side. It is A.J. Brown who makes a move. A.J. Brown's got a first down. Trying to get him going. Has had such a quiet postseason. Just 3 catches the first 2 playoff games, but that good for 11.
The tackle, but he rarely allows the first guy to get him on the ground.
Hurts gives to Barkley. Barkley, touchdown, number 2.
Anytime they get down here in the low red area, it's just a simple inside zone handoff. They're all working to the right. And Luvu's actually free into the backfield, but Barkley with his vision, and that's what makes him so dangerous, gets him through the first level, and then that burst to get him to the second level is what makes him so dangerous.
Elliott, extra point is up and good. So first it was the defense, Bond forcing the fumble, then this beauty, Devontae Smith, the toe tap, just in bounds. And Saquon Barkley's got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. And the Eagles out to an early lead.
I go on and on.
So Barkley there working on with a little massage gun, working on that lower leg, getting on the bike, stay warm. Here's McCaffrey. Out to the 27. Great start. Now the Commanders, after that great first drive, how do they respond? Here's Robinson right side. Not much. Nolan Smith in on the stop. Had some help from Ojema. Well, play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now. Enter for free for a chance to win your share of $10,000 in guaranteed cash prizes, plus a shot at a $100,000 grand prize. See the app for all the details. Robinson again. Has not much there. Another third down. Daniels loads up. Floating one. No one home. Nearly picked off Gardner-Johnson, Blankenship both there, and now it's 4th and long, and here comes the punt team. That one really delivers, and now they settle in with Daniels. Pressure in his face from Smith. Daniels taken down for the big sack by Oren Burks. Robinson, patient, there's just nothing there. Bond again, who's been in on a million plays, got 6 tackles already in this first quarter and a forced fumble. And that may take us to the end of this first quarter.
They do such a good job in their zone coverages. Everyone has vision on Jaden Daniels' eyes, so when he does make those throws, they can break pretty tight on those throws and force a lot of tight window throws, which requires a lot of accuracy and concentration from the receivers.
End of the first quarter. Eagles up 14-3. Welcome back to the NFC Championship, presented by Intuit TurboTax. We start the second quarter. 14-3 Eagles over the Commanders, and it's kind of a weird stat line because Washington has had the ball the whole first quarter, but Philly had the explosive plays with the Saquon Barkley 60-yard run. They got a turnover and converted that. But Washington, some big-time life on the special teams fake punt for 23 yards. And now they're on the move. 2nd down and 10. We start this second. Here's Daniels looking to throw. Far side, and it's incomplete. Slay all over De'Ami Brown. 3rd and 10 here. Pressure. Daniels throws it across his body, out of bounds. Here's Shipley with the big return earlier. And this time stopped just short of the 30. Well, we had that shot of A.J. Brown a couple weeks ago reading that book, Inner Excellence, on the sideline. Now this is Philly excellence, right? Nick Sirianni is the author. 16 wins, tied for most in team history. It's been a group effort there. And then Saquon Barkley, most single-season rush yards in Eagles history. Add that to the book. And then the defense, fewest points allowed by an Eagles team since 04. Jim Murphy wrote the Inner Excellence book. This is Nick Sirianni and everyone else, and that's why they are here and hoping to punch their Super Bowl ticket for the 2nd time in the last 3 years.
Between Allen and Payne, they're so good in the middle of that defense. Interesting to see if they can keep Saquon from torching him on the inside.
Here's A.J. Brown and a good throw by Jalen Hurts as Brown converts. Saquon Barkley with a good block on the blitz pickup.
Just to play in this position, snap count violations, those could come up. How they handle the tush push. It'll be interesting to watch.
Gainwell on the receiving end over the middle, out across the original line of scrimmage. Washington sends 4. Hurts, quick throw, and he's got a conversion. Goddard breaks the tackle and surges forward to the 41. Drivers, start your engines. The Great American Race returns. The Daytona 500 launches the 2025 NASCAR season, February 16th, only on Fox. Sets it up to Gainwell, has a couple of blocks. Gainwell leaping forward and near a 1st down, going to be about a yard short. You talked about Hurts in the rhythmic passing. He had 6 sacks last week, holding the ball over 4 seconds.
That was another good example. Just get the ball to your back in space, let him work some magic. We saw Hurts against Pittsburgh late in the season, and I thought he did such a good job of catching the ball and getting that ball out of his hands quickly to his guys so they could do something with it.
They go with the tush push despite the backup center playing. Hurts looks like he has enough.
Pass game, the ball's got to get out of his hands and not allow the defensive line to disrupt much.
Here's Gainwell, who stays in there, so no Saquon Barkley. Daniels, quick throw, set up a screen out there, and it's incomplete. Good play by Cooper DeJean all over it, intended for De'Ami Brown.
Wow. In Daniels' hands, rolling up to the right or the left.
Daniels gets it to Eckler. Eckler is taken down. Well played by Quinyon Mitchell, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Game in Philadelphia. Here's Gainwell. And out across the 25 he goes to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I thought they would give Daniels some options on this two-point play. They basically motion across, they fake the jet sweep, and then it's a one-read play to Eckler. You're basically counting on fooling the defense. If you don't, there ends up being 2 or 3 people over there. So not necessarily my favorite call when you've got Jaden Daniels back there. And when you give him options, he's proven to this club, he's going to make the right ones.
Little pop pass, Devontae Smith looking for a seam, has it up across the 35. They get Smith involved in just one catch, that toe-tapping catch earlier in the game. Tush push is not where you want to be, but that's what they'll do on a 3rd and 1 for the brotherly shove. Hurts. And that looks like he got it right there, and he does. First down. Barkley. Right side, slips through. Barkley trucks. Sabers still has got a first down. 10 more for Saquon Barkley. 5 carries, 72 yards for him. Super Bowl 59 halftime show. Catch Kendrick Lamar at the top of his game, February 9th on Fox.
I'm excited to see that, KB.
Well, guess what? We'll have a front row seat.
Yeah, get a little Kendrick Lamar at halftime.
Be there in New Orleans. Dan Quinn is hoping to be there too, trying to take his second team as a head coach to the Super Bowl. The Eagles trying to get back there for the second time in the last 3 years. Barkley's got it. Igbenogany there to stop him after picking up a few. Eagles aren't as aggressive on 4th down as they were a couple years ago, but they still go plenty in a 4th and 5 here. Not an easy one.
A.J. Brown or Calcaterra at the top are your best 2 options.
Blitz coming. Hurts has to unload, going deep. A.J. Brown, he's got it!
They decide to play one-on-one coverage, and there's Brown just too physical on Lattimore, who's always loves being at the line of scrimmage, trying to disrupt it. And I think Hurts, that's what he needs. Get the ball to his dominant receivers in man coverage and let them make some plays, take a little pressure off Saquon. It's a great formula.
Got A.J. Brown in the slot on a 3rd and long. There's Hurts, blitz again, everybody's coming. Hurts just gonna flow one for the corner, it is! Oh, caught, Smith, no signal, no, incomplete. And there's a flag too, and the signal looks like it's on Washington. Lattimore on that coverage again. So an incompletion, but a penalty seemingly on Washington. Let's see.
Yeah, I just see Brown there in the slot, one-on-one on Lattimore. And you get the hook with the jersey,
incomplete pass. Pass interference,
and then the left arm.
In the end zone, defense number 23. The ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. It's first down.
There it is with the left arm.
See if they go brotherly shove here. It's worked a couple times already today.
Yes, it is.
Hurts gets a shove. Hurts in. Ball comes out, penalty flag. What's going on here? It's a touchdown. All kinds of people on the field. What is happening here? It is a touchdown. There's a penalty. You see all people on the field. There are reserve. Trying to break that fight up. Mike, you have reserve officials who can go out and help break those scrums up down on the field ready, right? Is that true?
You've got 7 alternate officials, and that's one of their jobs. If this starts to get out of control, they can all go out there. They're the ones in the black coats.
Well, you see A.J. Brown and Lattimore really going at it. They were jawing before. Lattimore has had his issues with opposing wide receivers. You saw it firsthand with Mike Evans.
Yeah. It's like one of those hockey fights where they drop the puck and everyone drops their gloves. And they're like, yeah, you want it, I want it, let's go. Again, these are two physical guys.
Touchdown. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 23.
Eagles add a touchdown on the Hurts quarterback sneak, and it's 20-12 here in the second. Well, if you're an official in this game, you got your hands full because there's been a lot of this. Tempers flaring. That penalty on Lattimore did not end up hurting them because Washington stopped that brotherly shove on the 2-point try. And so it's an 8-point game once again for the Eagles. Each team has failed on a 2-point try. A 12-play drive and Jalen Hurts on the 1-yard touchdown. But the big one, the conversion on 4th down to A.J. Brown. Now Washington with plenty of time left and 2 timeouts as well. Here's McNichols and just barely across 20. Ball is out! Oh. Philadelphia, did they get on it? They did!
Wow!
Wow!
Oh, KB, just so loose with the ball. McNichols and Will Shipley just gets his face right on the ball. Every great defender knows, bite the ball, bite the ball. And all that force stops McNichols in his track. Ball gets kicked around. Then it's a rugby scrum. And then Gainwell on top of it. You got Keely Ringo over there.
I'll tell you what, Tom, you think about it. The first play of the wild card game. Remember their special teams forced a Green Bay fumble? Hurts keeps it, throws. Goddard's wide open, makes the catch inside the 20. He goes.
I played with so many offensive, they're the toughest guys I know. Love to see Dickerson go in there and slug it out.
Design run. Hurts first down. Jalen Hurts, penalty flag. Hurts is going to get there, but a flag. It's a touchdown. Pressure again. Hurts floats away. Barkley, one-handed catch. Not going to be near a first down, but then hit out of bounds, and there's a penalty. Oh, my goodness. Mikey Sainer still on the hit. A huge mistake.
Yeah, right on the sideline. Sainer still saying he was in bounds. He's got his right foot. And just as the left foot hits, I think that's a good call. I know you just as a defensive player.
Unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds, defense number 0. The penalties half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
They will. Barkley, left side, sliding inside the 5, and Barkley down to the 4. And now whistle and see if Washington calls a timeout here. Timeout on the field, and look at Saquon Barkley. Got this game ripping. First play of scrimmage for Philadelphia. He went 60 yards. Here it is.
Yeah, I thought Wagner had a chance to make that play. He's had a hell of a season, but when you make the smallest of mistakes against his Hall of Fame running back in the making, he makes you pay. Luvu unblocked, bounces to the corner.
First to throw. Near side, lets her rip. Brown! Touchdown!
Really good throw. Obviously going to Brown, his one-on-one matchup on Sainer still, the rookie. Breaks on the out cut. And Sainer still just backpedals too far into the end zone. If you're a young corner, you got to understand, flat foot on the goal line, don't allow breaks on the goal line. If you back up too far, you got some of those easy throws to the outside part of the field.
Now it's Elliott for the extra point. Low snap. Elliott punches it through. It's a 15-point game while the Commanders regret the end of this half. The fumble by McNichols on special teams forced by Shipley. And then the 15-yard penalty on St. Still forces the touchdown to Brown. And it's 27-12 Eagles. We'll see how they handle these last seconds of this first half, knowing the Eagles get it to start the third. They'll start at the 30.
Timeout's got to be very careful. Somehow the Eagles don't touch the ball with just a little bit of time left.
Get it out to Eckler, who picks up a few. Gainwell's going to take it out and just slide down. They're content going in up 13 at the break. And here is delivering the stats, brought to you by Little Caesars in this first half, where a lot of similarities here. The difference in this game is the turnovers. 2 of them for Washington, and Philadelphia has converted both to touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdowns for the Eagles. That's where we stand. Halftime in Philadelphia. The turnovers are the story. And at the break, it's the Eagles up by 13. The Verizon halftime with Kurt and the guys comes your way after this.
2 more quarters at least to go here from the NFC Championship game. Eagles get the ball to start the second half, up by 12.
NFC Championship underway.
Nobody gets Saquon on the ground again.
Barkley, touchdown, number 2. Been a lot of this, tempers flaring. Yeah, it's been a fun first half. Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. Look at that shot. Sun is setting, 27-15 Eagles. We get set to start this third quarter, where the Eagles will start with the ball. And welcome back to the NFC Championship, presented by Intuit TurboTax. And welcome officially to the booth. He's Tom Brady, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. No punts in the first half. First time that's happened in a conference championship since 2003. So we had one almost punt, but Tress Way had a fake punt, completed a pass, and led to Washington points. So Cam Jurgens, remember, didn't start at center, back injuries, took some reps, thought he couldn't go, but they kept him active. We've told you all game long that Landon Dickerson could barely walk. We've showed you those shots. We'll see who comes out here on center on this opening possession. Here's Shipley, right up the middle. Shipley gets smacked across the 30. Wow, and so the Eagles will take over there. Washington only has 4 on the rush. They get rid of it safe, as you say, get it out to Goddard, who's got a bunch of blocks, but here's Braden Mann, first time punting for him today, or for anyone, we think. And he does get a punt off here. Crowder's going to let it bounce. And it'll drop on down around the 26-yard line. So the Commanders take it on offense with Jaden Daniels for the first time in this second half. Back after this. Welcome back to the NFC Championship, presented by Intuit TurboTax. Beautiful shots here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. See Citizens Bank Park, where the Phillies play, right in the background. Center City behind that. And a right to go to the Super Bowl on the line right here. 27-15 Eagles. Here are the Commanders. Their first touch on offense in the second half, and it's Robinson. And there's not much there. Empty backfield. Daniels to throw. Pressure, and he is sacked. Wow, that's Jordan Davis, the big guy. All 340 pounds of him.
Yeah, Jordan Davis getting in the backfield on Allegretti here at left guard.
3rd and long. Blitz coming. They dump it off to Eckler. He's got a way to go. Eckler is tackled way short. And so the Eagles make a stand of their own, forcing a 3-and-out.
Yeah, great stop.
Now Way, his first punt, had the fake punt, is a beauty. This time he gets it off with the left leg, as he normally does, a spiraling kick. Taken back there by Cooper DeJean. DeJean out across the 40. And the Eagles have pretty good field position when we come back. So the defense is making a stop. And wow, Jordan Davis, give him a hug. Big sack there for the big man. Bald Eagle was here in attendance, looking on. 27-15 Eagles here early in this third quarter NFC Championship game. Barkley in that mix, a 60-yard touchdown run, the first play from scrimmage for Philly. And 2 touchdown runs for him on the day. Cam Jurgens remains in at center. We've told you about that banged up offensive line for the Eagles. And here's Hurts on first down. On near side, Brown wide open, first down, and falls forward near the 40. They'll put him down at the 42. And A.J. Brown, after only 3 catches the first 2 playoff games, has come to life. Hurts looking to throw, just got shovels it to Goddard. Goddard is just tripped up by Iguanagani, and he's going to pick up 7 yards.
Rolled in probably what he wants, but it doesn't show when he's showing up today.
Hurts looking as a man. Goddard open catch, and he's down near the 10.
Very good throw in the pocket here by Hurts. Kind of blow the top off, and then he's kind of switch release. Really tough for his own defense, but when Hurts can play from the pocket and throw the ball accurately, along with this run game, that is when they are their absolute best.
First and goal. Design run, Hurts, delay, Hurts, in, touchdown, Eagles. I guess that knee's all right.
Looks pretty good to me. And what a formula on this drive. Hands off to Barkley, throws to Brown, throws to Goddard, and now just run the quarterback draw with a lead, and there's too much space. They're outnumbered, Washington's defense, and they're also trying to figure out what to stop. Should we stop Saquon? Should we stop A.J. Brown? Should we stop Goddard? Oh God, here comes Hurts on the run. That's really unstoppable.
Extra point, Elliott is good. This Eagles offense is humming. 2 touchdowns on the ground for Jalen Hurts, the keeper this time, and he walks in and Philadelphia feeling good. 34-15.
Coach, call play where I can go show Jalen Hurts and I'm going to block for him. So they call it. He gets down there, does the dirty work, and a walk-in touchdown. What a stud.
That's pretty good. And so is the Eagles offense right now. They are rolling. They scored touchdowns of 5 of their 7 drives against this Washington D to go up 34-15. Robinson, right side, and runs right into Vaughn. See Jalen Carter back in for that play. Only missed 1 play on the tackle, too. Daniels again, gives to Robinson, gets just stacked up by Gardner Johnson that time, and it's going to be a yard short, so 3rd and 1 coming up. You'd have to think it's 4th down land for Dan Quinn here, too.
That's called, can take it off, but they cannot add it.
Wow, so Commanders get a break, and that 2-point conversion stands, and here is Isaiah Rodgers now taking it out. With the injury to Gainwell, has got a concussion and not returning, so Rodgers, who has kick return experience, out across the 30.
Yards, it still makes the defense defend him. He's just got to be very careful. No turnover. He's done a great job of that this entire season.
Here's Barkley. Luvu breaks through that tackle. Barkley across the 35 and taken down there at the 31. They do. Hurts picked up initially. He's got a man. There is Smith for a first down. Stays in bounds and he'll move the chains. Saquon Barkley helped on the blitz there too.
To be the vertical separation, the horizontal separation is great against man.
Here's Goddard. Got a couple blocks. Goddard cuts back inside the 45, and Goddard has another Eagles first down. Well, watch the Apple Music Super Bowl 59 halftime show. Catch Kendrick Lamar at the top of his game. It's February 9th on Fox. Barkley, little shovel. Outside, gets a great block from Mailata, and then slips down inside the 40, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the punt. Crowder lets it go, bounces on the 5. I think the Eagles saved it. They did. Wow, what a great job down there on special teams by Sidney Brown to punch it back in.
Can't guard that perfect throw.
Daniels again tipped at the line and incomplete as Jordan Davis knocked it down. Couple big plays there. Blitz. Daniels sees it, unloads, and incomplete. Hurts the intended receiver there. Daniels surveying, goes far side, caught it. Ball is out, and the Eagles have it. Another turnover for Washington, their third of the day. They're going to talk here. Tyler Biadasz came out when it was all done with the ball, but they had signaled Eagles football. Let's see.
Eckler catches the ball, but when he gets up,
Rolling on the field is a catch,
loses his concentration.
It was subsequently recovered by the
this
defense.
ball's
who
not
was down by
secured.
contact. It's a first down for Philadelphia.
There it is, for sure. Oren Burks, the forced fumble that time. You know, Biadasz at the end of it, but they're saying that Philly was down after the recovery.
Yeah, not really an angle that we could see, but Vaughn on the recovery. Again, Eckler's got to secure that ball, and he's had fumbling problems over the course of his career. He's got very small hands, and it wasn't secured against his body because naturally as he's trying to get up, you just kind of using your one hand to get up, and you don't have a chance to cover it up. And really good play there by the Eagles defense. Make another play to just halt the drive and limit scoring opportunities.
Eagles defense forced the most fumbles in the league this year, 29 now. Here's Hurts on the roll. A.J. Brown's wide open. First down, and Brown shoved out of bounds inside the 35. Let's go back to that fumble.
You see, he uses his right arm to get up, and the ball's not secured against his body. Burke sees it, and he goes straight for the punch, as every good defensive player is going to do, and there's Bond laying on top of it.
And so that takes us to the end of the third, where the Eagles 11 points and a quarter away from another trip to the Super Bowl in Philly. Welcome back to the NFC Championship, presented by Intuit TurboTax, as we start the fourth quarter from Philadelphia. 34-23 Eagles, 15 minutes away for a trip to the Super Bowl for one of these teams. That's the story right now. 3 turnovers for Washington. They didn't have a single one the first 2 games of the playoffs. And now after the Eckler fumble, here they go to Goddard on a jet sweep. Dallas Goedert, surprising recipient of the jet sweep handoff, and it works out. Downstairs to Aaron Andrews.
Well, let me tell you somebody that's happy about what they just saw right here. Nick Sirianni, every single team meeting, every time he's together with his group, he always says, when a guy gets up with the ball, I want you to try to punch it out. It is something he talks about constantly with his team.
Yeah, and it's worked. Again, leaders in the NFL in forced fumbles, 3 of them today. And now a huge drive here to start the fourth. Barkley gets outside. Saquon down at the 1.
Okay, at the 1.
Brotherly shove time. Goddard with a big shove. Hurts, who is not going to get there. Well stacked up. There's a penalty on the far side of the field, too. Yeah, see the signal that Washington maybe was offside. Let's see.
Tell you, at some point, the brotherly shove.
Offside. Defense lined up in the neutral zone, number 93. The penalty's half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
Well, we'll see. Well, I think Washington jumped. Frankie Louvu jumped over both lines. That was like Air Jordan.
Look at him.
Look at his face.
He got the tongue out like MJ, too.
Look at that.
Right over the top.
Encroachment, defense number 4. The penalty's half the distance to the goal. It's still second down.
Oh, man.
I mean, that was something else.
Oh, there they go.
You just keep moving it a couple inches closer.
Encroachment, defense number 4. Washington has been warned that if that foul is intentionally done again, it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct foul. For now, it's half the distance to the goal, and it's still second down.
Oh my God.
Mike, how close can they put this ball to the goal line at this point?
Well, interestingly enough, you got a situation here. If these are deliberate, and you heard Sean Hockley say that it could lead to an unsportsmanlike conduct call, it could also lead to awarding a score if it happens multiple times like this. So we'll hear what Sean has to say.
Encroachment, defense number 93. Washington has been advised that at some point the referee can award a score if this type of behavior happens again. For now, it's a replay of second down.
Mike, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it is to keep this happening. Deliberate acts like that to prevent a score after a warning, even though it's two separate people here, can lead to what is called a palpably unfair act. That's how it's defined in the book. And you can do as a referee whatever you'd actually like to do.
That's why you're the best. Sean Hockley and his crew were on it, though. And, well, this is the longest second down in NFL history. You see where the ball is. You're going to try it again. They're going to go, and Hurts is in! Touchdown, Eagles! Third of the day for Jalen Hurts.
Maybe the shortest quarterback sneak of his career. It was about a half an inch. But again, hard to defend. Washington's just trying to get a jump on it. I don't understand the intentional part of that. I think you're trying to stop them from pushing to the end zone, but just a great drive by Philly, capitalizing on the turnover. They've done that 3 times today. 21 points off those turnovers. It's really been the story of the game. You score 40 points in a championship game. I don't think there's ever been a loss by the team that scored 40.
Jalen Hurts 3 rushing touchdowns, and the Eagles convert another turnover for 7. Brotherly shove in full effect. Hurts sees it, and Saquon does too. The Super Bowl looms closer, and Bradley Cooper fired up. Oh, the last 3 NFC Championship games at home, you see what the Eagles have done. Win against Atlanta, a rout against the Vikings, and then the rout when Purdy got hurt early and they took care of the 49ers. Nick Foles in the building, Super Bowl MVP, and led to that Super Bowl win. Who did he play that game? Do you know he played that game? I love you.
Nick, I don't hate you. I'm just jealous of you. You caught it. I didn't.
All right, so Washington down 41-23. Now Washington has a long way to go in a short amount of time, and Daniels in trouble and throws it away. Second down, Daniels in trouble, throws on the run, incomplete. Pressure, a big problem that time, and Jalen Carter was the reason why. 3rd and 10. Daniels zips it near side. Crowder can't get away from DeJean. I like that. Now Daniels with time over the middle. He goes high and incomplete. That was dangerous. Crowder, the intended receiver. Second and 10. Going to give it to Eckler, who gets stacked up. Zach Bond again. He's had a day. 11 tackles, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery. He has been just sensational again.
Because the pass rush is on you so quick.
3rd and long. Daniels zips it. Knocked away. Nearly intercepted by Slay. Made a great play to tip it. Almost got it to himself. And it's 4th and 12. Pressure. Daniels sacked. Nolan Smith.
This alignment is so wide. He's outside the receiver, and Coleman ducks his head, and Nolan Smith, what a pass rush. Right here, look at his alignment. Literally outside McLaurin. Coleman just can't get out there on his pass set. Daniels is deep, and he just walks him down. Great rush, great defense. It's been that way all day. So tough for this offense to move the ball. They haven't given up the big plays, and that D-line has been relentless in their pass rush.
Smith has been awesome. His 4th sack in these playoffs, a guy who didn't make much of an impact in his first year out of Georgia, first-round pick. He's been great this year and even better in the postseason. And now the Eagles with a chance to put the hammer down, up by 18, 10 minutes to go. A little pop pass. Smith gets a nice little block and finds a seam down to the 25. Cause and effect, here's the bottom line. Turnovers, right? Eagles have caused 3 of them. They've scored touchdowns after them on all 3. That's the difference. Forcing fumbles better than anyone. And consider this, Tom, like coming into today, they had 5 turnovers the first 2 games of the playoffs, but had 6 total points off them. Today they've capitalized. That's the difference in this game. And the offense, make no mistake, has been really balanced and really good. Blitz coming again. Hurts going deep, far side. Goddard incomplete. Just outside the reach. And there's a penalty. Hang on. Very end of this play, and it's on Chin.
One-on-one, Chin out here on Goddard, and Goddard has a size advantage. And there it is right there. 2 hands on the arm. Called an arm bar.
Placed at the 1-yard line.
And allows... Yeah, and great coaches in the NFL are adaptable, and they play to the strengths of their team. And sometimes it takes 5 or 6 weeks to figure that out, but once they did, they've been basically unstoppable.
Here is Barkley. Outside! Barkley, touchdown! Saquon's got 3, and that might just be enough.
Yeah, the right side of this line, Lane Johnson, Mekhi Becton, they just wall everybody off. Calcaterra on the flash block coming across from the other side, and nobody there to stop Saquon.
Elliott's extra point is up and good, and they can smell it in Philadelphia. 3 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley, trying to get to his first Super Bowl, and the Eagles are 7:58 away from a trip to New Orleans. Saquon Barkley has been magnificent. 3 more touchdowns today, 5 in this playoff run, trying to get to his first Super Bowl and lead the Eagles back there. Giants fans may have a tough time sleeping going forward, but 48 points today, 2nd most for Philly. This championship round, their offense has been humming. 48-23, under 8 to go in this game. Now the return by Eckler. Out to the 35, he goes. Daniels knocked down at the line. Milton Williams jumped up and got it. Had a chance to really intercept that ball.
And he's really an unsung player for this defensive line.
Howie Roseman, he's done a magnificent job. The executive VP of football operations, his 25th year with the Eagles organization overall. And they had maybe the best offseason ever with between their draft and their free agent signings. And they've all been major contributors. Daniels back. Looking around, zips it sidearm, incomplete. They're going to give it to Eckler up the middle, and on 2nd down, Eckler inside the 40. Yeah, they don't have a 20-yard plus pass on offense. Think about that. Daniels floats one deep, nobody home, and it's incomplete. Had some pressure that time from Moro Ajuma. It's been a constant pressure game for the Eagles, who have not blitzed all that often. Their front four doing a job.
Just run a little pass rush game right there. Get a couple guys up the field, and a jumper comes underneath. And again, that's the subtle nuances. You always think you're blocking the guy over you. You pass it, and then someone loops around and shows up right in front of your face.
2nd and 10. Dump it off here to Eckler, and Eckler sworn by Oren Burks. Good play from Burks. He and Zach Baughan said they've talked about it a lot. Guys that were in the league for 4 or 5 years that played nothing but special teams. Now getting a big roll. Daniels going deep to the end zone. It is. Is it picked? It is. Intercepted by Quinyon Mitchell. His first NFL interception. Or making his second. He had one in Green Bay too. Second in the playoffs, none in the regular season, and that should be a wrap.
Yeah, for a young player, he's absolutely fearless going up there with the hang time. A little Lynn Swanish without the bobble, well, with the bobble, and then it comes down in his hands. Still bobbling it. And yeah, it's hard to throw those go routes on those very tall, long corners that have this elite speed. They were worried about him not playing. Injured his shoulder a little bit in last week's game, but he didn't look injured today.
No, I mean, look at this defense today. 13 pressures, mostly a 4-man rush, 4 turnovers. They've scored 3 touchdowns off the first 3. They're the #1 D in the league for a reason. They've played like it today, and the offense has taken those turnovers and run with it. And now a chance to finish it on the road to New Orleans. Will Shipley in the backfield now. Up by 25. Shipley gets a chance and gets a carry in this championship game. And Shipley breaking through up across the 35. We talked about the offseason, Tom, and how good it's been for Howie Roseman and this Eagles organization. You want to talk about doing a good job? How about everybody you sign or draft has been impactful? Look at all these guys, including Coach Vic Fangio, okay? Now look, Barkley MVP finalist, Fangio Assistant Coach of the Year finalist, Baughan's a Defensive Player of the Year finalist, Defensive Rookie of the Year finalist for Mitchell and DeJean. That's amazing.
Incredible. And look, they had a great season up to a point last year and then really faltered down the stretch. So I just feel like coming off a Super Bowl a couple years ago, you always think it's going to go the same way. You don't always appreciate getting to the Super Bowl and then you lose it. And you go, you know what? We got to get back there. Then they go through a season last year, starts great, kind of falls apart. This year I really saw as a redemption season. They came in here with elite focus. They played great football all season long. Been a very tough team to beat, and they showed again today why.
Look at this! Will Shipley, taken down at the 5. He had 82 yards all year. He might have gotten it there. 59 yards on the rush. Pickett hands off. Shipley again. Flag flies. Louvu in on the tackle. And we'll see what the penalty is here.
Little offside by Louvu. Again, getting a jump on it. Trying to make a play. And
offside. Defense number 4. The penalty's half the distance to the goal. Replay 2nd down.
On both sides of the ball, they should be so thrilled here in Philly with what they've seen.
Shipley is in! Touchdown! First of his career. Look at Barkley down there. First one to celebrate with him. Also 7 rushing touchdowns by the Eagles today. 7.
And there's big Landon Dickerson, who just fought it out. So hopefully his knee's not too bad. I think they've all displayed a lot of toughness, and you see the camaraderie. I always felt in those moments, celebrate, now you're home. You've accomplished this incredible goal of winning an NFC championship in front of your home crowd. They're greasing the light poles in Philly right now, I promise you that.
Extra point is up and through. The Eagles have 55 on the points. Wow. 3:03 to go. And look, this is a tradition like no other at the NFC East, right? You got to get the coach with Gatorade. Bill Parcells is smiling some bear watching that. Sometimes you get the Gatorade and then you get a cooler to the back of the neck. I
think he should just turn around and go yell at the fans just for the sake of it. Why not?
Look at Landon Dickerson.
There you go.
Well, they can enjoy it here in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts has been masterful here today. And Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman share a hug. Nick Sirianni, 4 years. He's going to his second Super Bowl.
Yet, but to win this game, you remember these for the rest of your life. And I referenced it in the open. It means more than just going to the Super Bowl. Everyone gets to enjoy it as they should. They've all earned it.
And Marcus Mariota now in for Washington. Backups are in, under 3 to go. Nick Sirianni. You can enjoy this one. Be the second trip to the big game in 3 years. Obviously losing to the Chiefs in a thriller a couple years ago. Now let's see if they can get it done against whoever wins. The Bills or the Chiefs coming up a little bit later, and I think he's feeling right there. I think that 3-year deal is going to work out to be pretty good. It's one of the best free agent signings of all time. Washington, what a turnaround for them. Dan Quinn had a team that won 4 games last year. They drafted Jaden. It's a party in Philadelphia. 2 minutes to go, and the Eagles impressive 55-23 in this NFC Championship game. Just have to wait a couple more plays for the celebration to be official. For this Philadelphia offense, 55 points today. It's the most in a championship game ever. Defense contributing, obviously, so great, forcing the three turnovers. Jeffrey Lurie, the owner, talking to Zach Bond. What a great signing, making 4 turnovers. Great signing. That's been.
He's saying one more. You know what? It is an incredible achievement, and it's a great job to enjoy tonight because they certainly deserve it. But the goal is still in front of them.
Yep.
And they all know that. That's what you have when an organization is competing for championships. The result of the next game will decide how all these players and coaches feel about their season. I never remembered the championship games when I lost the Super Bowl.
And so they'll have one more game, but they get a chance in New Orleans. That was a 4th down stop. They get a chance for victory formation. George Halas Trophy presentation of the State Farm postgame show coming up in 1:14.
Great game there by Jalen Hurts. I think his ability to pass the football tonight really set the tone for this team. 20-28, 250 yards. He doesn't smile much, but he's pretty happy. I could tell inside. Feels good. And he's a winning quarterback. He's had great poise. Tremendous confidence that his teammates have in him. And again, what I saw this year was the adaptability he had. But when they need him to throw it, he's done a great job.
There it is. Fly, Eagles, fly to Super Bowl 59. And so the Eagles advance their 5th Super Bowl appearance, looking for their 2nd win. Let's go downstairs to Aaron Andrews with Saquon.
Saquon, you told me on Friday this whole season doesn't seem real. As he's having a minute with Jaden Daniels there and Terry McLaurin. You told me this season hasn't felt real. How does this feel, Saquon?
I ain't gonna lie, I try to downplay it in my head, but it's amazing, man. It's amazing. We're here. Super Bowl. But the goal wasn't just getting there. The goal is to win. And we're going to celebrate, enjoy this, and get right back to work.